Hey, up next to the Marmy Rock Show, a band we've been following very closely. They've been a band a little over a year now, and we follow the Baltimore music scene real closely. We've got Fody back with us, the vocalist from Lion's Den, and they've got new music and lots to talk about. So, Fody, welcome back to the show.
Thanks, Rock. It's always a pleasure.
So, hey, man, update people with what's going on. Let's see, where do we even begin? Let's start. Tell us a little bit about the brand new track, Rise from Nothing.
So, the song "Rise from Nothing." It's so I've actually been born and bred in Baltimore, and so it's not it's definitely not the Brady Bunch community down here. So the song really is a song that we wrote, really just kind of an anthem to people to really rise from the ashes.
Yeah, cool. It's a great new track now. Tell us a little bit more about that, because I saw today there was a lyric video out as well. Tell us about that thing.
Yeah. So we did have a lyric video out. We're actually still getting everything together to make a legitimate music video. But yeah, the lyrics are out there because the song has a really powerful message to it. We wanted to make sure that we had the lyrics out there for everyone to hear. With hard rock, sometimes it's a little difficult to make out every single word. So this lyric video definitely helps that.
Now, we've been following you guys since you started. I guess it was like November last year or so. So tell us a little bit about the past year for the band. What's been going on? How's it been evolving for you?
It's been great. The guys are like brothers to me. We do pretty much everything together, and it's been fun. We've been writing music, hanging out, meeting new people, and definitely been going through Baltimore and making fans. It's always great to see new faces and old faces at shows.
So what's been the biggest challenge of getting the momentum building with a new band? Is it booking gigs? Is it recording? What's the toughest thing about forming a new band?
The toughest thing really is getting all the pieces together. A lot of times when you start a new band, a lot of people have a lot of different ideas when it comes to the music and the direction of the band. And honestly, we've been extremely lucky for all of us really to be on the same page. We all have the same type of influences. I'm a little more on the 80s side a little bit, but we all have the same direction, and that definitely helps. There's really no butting heads at all.
Yeah, talk a little bit more about your style. I think we talked a little last time, but you do have kind of a unique sort of mix with, I know, your 80s influence, but then like some Avenged Sevenfold. How does that all kind of mix up when you guys are writing songs?
Sure, yeah. So, my influences came. I have an older brother of mine, and I remember one of my first memories is me sneaking into his room when I was about 6 years old, and seeing those. It was like the Appetite for Destruction poster on his wall, and I was so short I couldn't even reach the lights. But thank God it was a glow in the dark poster from the 80s. So I realized, I've kind of been into GNR and Metallica and Slayer, Megadeth, that type, and even Iron Maiden. Ever since I really could even talk. So those are always my influences. And when it came down to it, when I met Sean Rhodes, and he plays guitar, and he also loves that stuff. And and one of the bands nowadays that we're really digging is Avenged Sevenfold, simply because they have that same type of influence as well.
So we mentioned the new EP's coming out pretty soon. Now, does it have a name yet? Is it a self-titled release? And tell me a little bit more about where it was recorded and produced.
Well, we don't have a name for it. All the songs are different in its own way, and so they don't really mesh together to make one piece. Every song is its own thing, and so we didn't really have a name for it. So I guess you could say we got a little lazy. We're just like, forget it, just put our name out on the CD and just let the fans think of a name for it. So yeah, we recorded at Deep End Studio, Tony Cornelli, and he's a great guy. Sometimes it was rough sometimes, one of the craziest times is we were, I was recording this song actually, Rise from Nothing. There's a part in it where I get pretty high in the vocals, and he was telling me, he definitely knows how to pull everything out of you. So he was like, I know you can hit a higher note, go higher, go higher. And, I was like, I told him, I was like, I'm going to lose my voice. And he was like, well, what do you got to do tomorrow? You don't have to sing tomorrow. He definitely brought out the best out of us. And, I can't say enough good things about him.
There's so much good music coming out of Deep End Studios, and Tony does do an absolutely amazing job. So, hey, tell us about the big show at Baltimore Soundstage.
Sure. So it's our first time that we're playing Soundstage, so I'm really psyched about it. We're actually finally bringing out our CD. We started on it, really almost a year ago, and we finally got it down. All the songs on our CD are they're not very they're not really cookie cutter. You have a lot of parts, a lot of different things going on in them, but they all at the end of the day, all of them actually bring their own punch, I guess you could say, to it. And so we're super psyched that we're actually putting this out there so everyone can listen to them. It's on the 28th at Soundstage, and I can't wait for people to get their hands on it.
That's a nice venue to do a CD release show at, a venue we frequent often. Hey, so we've had a good time watching you live, and I know it's only been a little over a year. What are your goals for the band for 2017? If I call you a year from now, where do you want the band to be?
Well, we really want to start, venturing out to some other areas besides Maryland. Baltimore has always been great for us, and Maryland has always opened their door to us, and it's just been great. Every time we play a show, whether it's at Fishhead or Angels or anywhere, we always get a welcome back, and so we can't be more grateful about that. And so we're hoping that because we're getting such a warm welcome in Maryland and in Baltimore, and we're growing pretty fast over here, we're hoping maybe we can try our luck in some other states around the area.
Well, we're hoping that pans out really well for you. And, hey, when I post the show poster tonight, you guys have like a new artist working for you or somebody. Talk about who's doing your new artwork for you.
Yeah, no, it's actually the same guy. So the same guy that does our Lion's Head. So I'm, like I said, I'm a huge GNR fan. And one of my favorite CDs is, Appetite for Destruction. And so, I figured, I was just, bumming around the house one day, playing my guitar and just jamming around, and I was like, what kind of artwork should we have for the CD? And obviously we're gonna have our Lion's Head logo, which is our main logo. But I said, what, let's pay some homage to some of our influences. And we all have our different influences. Sean's a little more of a Iron Maiden fan. I'm more of a Metallica fan. Tim's more of a Slayer fan, things like that. But I think Andy's the only one I know that just listens straight instrumental music. So, I'm not even sure the type of music he listens to sometimes. But, our main influence, that we all share, I guess our common influence is we all love GNR. So we're like, let's pay some homage to it. So we actually have, some personalized, skull heads on the back of our CD, to kind of pay homage to our influences.
They came out really cool, man, and I decided I wanted to make sure I mentioned it because I want to use that picture to promote the show this week. So we're going to make sure we get that out there, and so your artist gets some exposure as well. So, hey, man, so the album release show is on January 28th at Baltimore Soundstage. The band is Lion's Den. And go out and check out the lyric video right now, Rise from Nothing. And hey, are you going to have a digital, because we have a worldwide audience here, is there going to be a digital release of the record as well?
Absolutely. So as soon as we get off that stage on the 28th and February 1st, we should have everything up on all of our Reverb, our SoundCloud, and then we're also going to be having it on Amazon as well.
That's awesome. So, hey, man, Fody, a good friend of the show, man. We've enjoyed all your work and all your bands, and we've been following Lion's Den for a year now. So, wish you guys the very best, and always appreciate you being on the show, man. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, K-Rock. Always a pleasure, man. Hope to see you out soon.